Hi guys, welcome welcome to part 2 of this little video that I was doing. I accidentally pressed stop on my phone, so the last video, as you will notice, ended abruptly because I accidentally pressed stop. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to carry on my journey. Make sure he's not coming. Here we go. Oh, big pothole, slow down for that. Checking out, is that a motor? God, couldn't tell if that were a motorbike then or a car with one light. Just on the wrong side of the road, trying to avoid potholes and stuff. So yeah, welcome back. Oops, good gear change, Rich. Well done. So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on this issue with him running a bit funny, because now I've loosened off that battery connector and tightened it back up, it seems to be running spot on. But like I said in my last video that got cut short, I have noticed that the running a little bit rough seems to happen more when the temperature's warm, which is why I'm half wondering if it's engine temperature sensor is just making the mixture a bit too rich. And it's like driving a car with a carburetor with the choke still out when it's too warm. Yeah, that's miles better than it's been. Like there, where I just instantly got acceleration, it's being a bit hesitant, and it's not being as smooth as it should be. Definitely best it's been in a while. I'm glad it's got good brakes on this. I was saying on my last video, it's amazing how this car drives and handles, considering it's a 37-year-old Cavalier. And it's got standard shock absorbers and then lowering springs with 15-inch alloys and Michelin tyres, and that's the only modifications handling wise, you know. They're the only modifications handling wise, but yeah, it handles so well. Obviously it brakes good because it's got the bigger brakes and the rear discs. It's got V6 spec, well, it's actually used as Mariva discs on the front, and V6 calipers like off for a Cavalier, Vectra, that kind of thing, V6 with the bigger discs. But it's amazing, you know, just a few little minor modifications, how you can make a 37-year-old car drive and handle as well as this does. And it's still so much more fun than any modern car. I mean, I drove a nice BMW this morning, like an 18 plate 3 Series, and it was a nice car, like nice dark blue metallic, white leather interior, really nice looking car to look at. And it drove nice, and it handled well, and it was comfortable, and it was refined, and it was quiet, and yeah, blah 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 blah. But oh my god, it was just boring to drive. It was boring. And that's what I love about these old cars like this. Yeah, it might be a little bit rough around the edges. It might not be as comfortable and as quiet on a long distance journey. I mean, yeah, on a long distance journey like 3-4 hours, I probably would prefer to be in the BMW, but I couldn't have as much fun in that BMW as I could in this. It's like the other day I drove a Fiat 500 Abarth as well, and it felt nowhere near as fast as this. Nowhere near as fast. I think it was only the 140 horsepower one, but it was so disappointing. It just didn't handle as well. It didn't feel as solid, didn't feel as stable. It just didn't feel anywhere near as good as this old Cavalier, as mad as that sounds. I drove a Mini Cooper S. It was the bigger 5-door one, like, you know, like the normal mini hatchback, but the 5-door, not the big crossover style one. And again, that weren't as nice to drive as this. Nowhere near as nice to drive. I mean, one thing I don't like with gearboxes is when they're really stiff, and a lot of the mini gearboxes are really stiff on a lot of models, and I just don't like them. But BMWs in general, I don't like a lot of the gear changes with the manuals. Thankfully, the one I drove this morning was an auto, because I just don't like the manual boxes on most of them. Really disappointing to drive. Whereas this, I can just jump in it, and it's just so much fun, and it's just so nice to drive, and yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. It definitely seems to be running better than it has been these last couple of weeks, and I don't know if it is just because of that battery disconnection thing on the earth. It might be just that it was running rough because the earth was not quite right, and it was maybe upsetting the ECU, having a dodgy earth, and upsetting the coil, upsetting the injection, having a dodgy earth. It's all possible, isn't it? So I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I'll keep you up to date. So if that is all it is, then brilliant. Alright then, guys, until next time, thanks again for watching. Please like, browse, subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff, notification bell, and oh, I have got an update regarding another project car, but I'll leave that until next time. See you later, guys. Bye.